Hello, ladies and
Hello,
gentlemen.
ladies and gentlemen. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you are going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our admins who gave us this translation. The translation reads like this. Hello, Brother Nanshi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as anonymous? My name is Tandy, not a real name, and I have been working as a maid here in South Africa. So I am working for this other pastor. This is how I started going to his church. This was after my mother had passed away. So my mother, it seemed as if there was someone who had bewitched her, who wanted to replace her. She was also working as a maid for this other man, but this man, he was a white man. Then there was this other woman who was working right next door to the place where my mom was working. So that woman wanted her own daughter to work for my mom's boss because my mom, she was already getting this grant money, and that woman, she was like, if you are getting your grant money, why don't you just stop working? So my mom, she said, I still need to raise my grandkids. So my mom returned back one Friday evening, and she told me that the woman next door had said that it was time for her to retire. So we just said that she is crazy. But my mom, she then started getting really sick, and when my mom started getting sick, we went to that pastor, but we could not get a one-on-one with the pastor. And after my mom had passed away, I kept on going to that church. The pastor and his wife, they felt so sorry for me. So I have been working for this pastor for the past 2 years. I thought I was working for a good, God-fearing family, but what I have seen and learned whilst living in their house has completely shattered that belief. I don't even know if Christianity is real at all. I don't know where to run or who to talk to, but I feel like I need to confess. Maybe there are some true Christians out there that can help me out. This religion, if it is for real, or maybe it is all about lying to each other. So this pastor is someone who is a well-respected man in the community, and his church is always full of people. He preaches powerful sermons, and his wife is always involved in church activities, and he even have a soup kitchen. They look like the perfect Christian couple from the outside, but behind closed, the things that they do, they are very different. The first thing that I noticed about the wife, she has this terrible, nasty behavior, but I told myself that since I am their maid, I am not going to worry because they give me good money, so much that I won't be able to get it even when I am working for another company with my level of education. So it all started with small things that made me to feel uncomfortable. Each and every month, I noticed that when the pastor's wife is on her period, she gives her husband a used sanitary pads. I thought it was strange, and I did not even ask questions at all until one day I accidentally overheard a conversation between the pastor and his wife. He was telling her that he needed the pads to take to church for spiritual purposes. He said that it was part of a ritual to increase the power of his sermons, as if the wife had forgotten. He said, you have forgotten, the church needs to keep on growing, so you need to give me your used sanitary pad so that I can go with it to church. Then the pastor's wife said that she had already forgotten, so she would go outside and she was going to get it because she had already dumped it in the refuse bin. She went outside, Brother Nanshi. I pretended as if I did not hear them talking. When she returned back, I saw that she was holding something and she was hiding it from me. She did not want me to see. She returned back to where her husband was, and then they started whispering, and then we left for church. I kept on looking at the pastor, and I saw that indeed in his pockets there was something that was there. The following Sunday, Brother Nanshi, when I was busy preparing, that was when I touched the trousers of his suit, and indeed I saw that there was something that was in there. Before I could check properly, that was when the pastor's wife walked in on me and then I did not get the chance to see if it was a sanitary pad that was in the pocket of the pastor's trousers. I waited again until when she was on her period, and this time around I got the opportunity. I saw that indeed there was a used sanitary pad, but now it was in the pockets of his jacket. I could not even believe what I had seen. The pastor, a man of God, was using something so intimate and private for dark purposes. After that, I began to notice even more strange things happening in the house. So each and every night, after everyone has gone to bed, I started hearing noises. These noises, they were coming from the kitchen. So when these noises were coming from the kitchen, I thought that maybe it was a cat, and there was a time that I used to think that it was just the pastor going to the kitchen, because this man, he does not sleep. All night long, he will be walking around. He does not get any rest. So I would think that maybe he's going to get a late night snack in the kitchen. Until one night, curiosity got the better of me. I sneaked out of my room and I went to see what was happening. What I saw left me shaken. In the middle of the kitchen, there was a small figure, like it was an old man, but at the same time, this figure, a hunched figure, it looked like it was a little baby, and at the same time, it was too disfigured to look like a human. It had short, twisted limbs, and it was drinking Amasi, in brackets sour milk, from a bowl that was on the floor. I froze, feeling terrified, but the creature did not even notice me. I watched as the pastor entered into the kitchen. He gave the creature more sour milk and spoke to it in a language, a funny language that I don't even understand. It was a Tokoloshe, a creature that I had only heard about in stories growing up. I then realized that the pastor was keeping this creature in the house. So, Brother Nashi, I could not even believe that this pastor who preaches about God and holiness was involved in something that was so evil. He has been using this Tokoloshe to bring power to his church, to manipulate people and to control people from his congregation. That Amasi is part of a ritual to feed the creature and to keep it under control. I really feel so sick in my stomach, even right now when I am writing to you, knowing that I am living in a house where such dark practices are happening on a daily basis. I am scared. I don't know what to do. I am scared that if I tell anyone, who is going to believe me? The pastor is someone that is so respected and I am just a maid. What if they accuse me of lying or worse, or being part of it? I feel like I am trapped in this situation. I can't stay silent. I know what they are doing is wrong, and I feel that I just need to tell someone. There are days when I tell myself that I need to leave, but the salary that they are paying me, like on a monthly basis, they are giving me plus 8k each and every month. So I do not have that liberty to just walk away. If there is anyone who is going to be listening to my story, please pray for me and give me guidance. I am lost and I don't know what to do. Is Christianity even for real? If it is for real, why does God allow things like this to happen in the first place? Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Yo.